In this video, we're going to be trading a $500,000 Forex funded account. This account is not 500k in one account, but a 300k and a 200k linked on a copier. So we're technically trading 500k account at one time, so risking, $5,000 per trade. We've actually passed phase 1 last week and we've passed phase 2 profit target wise, but all we need now is to actually do the 5 minimum trading days, which these companies actually require you to complete before you actually get onto the funded account stage. So if I quickly take you on the analytics, I can show you the phase 1 and the phase 2 for both of these companies. So we did actually opt for True Forex funds and My Forex funds, ones I haven't actually used that much before. So we're going to kind of kill two birds with one stone. We're going to get a video out of it with me trading the funded account, and I might even make a review of the individual prop firms as well for you guys to, just so you know what's my opinion on prop firms, how's their payout process, their phase 1, their phase 2, the spreads, everything. So we can do that. So TFF, True Forex funds, is this one here. You can see that we only actually needed 8% to pass, which we did do. I accidentally made 9% because I didn't actually realize that I only needed 16k profit. I in my head thought it was 20k, like a lot of other prop firms, which are 10%. So I kind of just traded, as I would normally, to try and make 20k. But then I realized when I went on the metrics to see what it was like, and then obviously I realized we passed, so I just closed the trade instantly. We did take a few trades on this day, and the lots are high because I was obviously using tight stop losses, making like 1 to 2s and stuff like that to try and reach the profit goal. A lot of times I'll just enter one position and scale into it, but this time I did it a little bit differently. As you see, we reached the profit target on the first day. Then we had 4 days of just trading with 0.01 lot sizes, so that was quite nice. And as you see, we did actually pass. So if we go on to My Forex funds now, this is the phase 1 for the 300k account, and as you guys can see here, our profit target was 24 grand. We made 25.5 grand. What I do now is when I'm actually on my PC closing the trades, a lot of times it will slightly go under when you close it like exactly on the amount, and then you'll have to try and make like £10 or $100 or something to actually pass the challenge, and that can be quite stressful. So what I do now is I literally just wait for it to get a lot further past the profit target, so there's no chance of that actually happening. If you've seen it in previous videos where it's literally I've had to make an extra like $50 or something, and because of commissions and everything, it's quite tricky when you want to kind of win the next trade and not have any chance of losing. But you see the trades here, we actually had a gold sell, a GU sell, and a GU sell, obviously all in profit, making us the 25 grand. And then we had the minimum trading days here, which obviously gave us the 5 minimum trading days to then pass the phase 1 of the My Forex funds. If we go to True Forex funds, this is our phase 2. So if we go down, you can see all the stats here and everything. I don't know if, you can see the trades. So we had a GU buy, a GU buy, and a GU buy. All similar setups, not similar entries really. A few pips off each other. Very, very nice trades. A lot of nice profit. But you see what I mean with the commissions. Very, very high commissions. Obviously, we were using bigger lot sizes because we were using tighter stops, because I think this was a very, very clean setup. I shared it on my Instagram story as well. Very, very nice. But you see we had 1, 2, 3, 4. So we've got 4 trading days on this account now. So we need 1 more. So today is actually the 5th day for the True Forex funds, and I think it is only the 4th day for the My Forex funds. So if we go on there now, this is the phase 2 for My Forex funds. You guys can see that we actually had a loss. We had a loss on GU, slightly under 1%, which is always nice because of commission. Obviously I kind of make it a little bit lower, what I aim to, but then we had 2 20k winners combined to make sure we'd actually reach our 15k target. And then obviously we made 6% instead of 5%, 1% over what was required, but like I said, it's always better to be safe than sorry. I've actually had it before where I was trading my Forex funds and I made 8% on the first stage. I don't know why, but I assumed it was 4% on the next stage. So I made 4% and I closed out the trade, and obviously this trade would have gone to 5%. But I closed it out at 4%, and I was waiting, and I was doing the minimum trading days, and it just never passed the challenge. And I was like, I didn't have a clue what's going on here. And then I just looked a bit closer. I was like, oh my god, I'm so stupid. I have to make 5%. So then obviously I had to get another trade for like a 1-to-1 to actually make the profit to pass that one. But you see, days since first trade is 4, so we kind of have 1 extra day on this account, I think. So we've had 2 trading days on this account so far apparently. So yeah, we'll need like 1 or 2 more days on this one, because you can't actually trade this account on the weekends. Whereas with the True Forex funds, I was doing crypto trades. If I find the trades, I was doing crypto trades on the weekend. So you can have obviously 2 more trading days, 1 or 2 more trading days, depending on if you trade the market open or not. When these accounts actually get fully passed and I get the funded account details, that's when I will update you guys. Hopefully we'll find some nice trades this week. Gonna be a bit hit or miss. We got a lot of news events coming out. It's gonna be quite busy. Next week I am skiing, so I probably won't be able to trade, and I probably won't focus on trading, you know, an account of 500 grand. You know, if you lose 2 trades, 2% profit, you're down 10 grand. Do I really want to be 10 grand down on the ski trip and then 10 grand down on the 500k account? Not really. You know, it's not something I want to happen. So unless I find a perfect setup, you know, pre-London session before I go skiing, then I might, you know, look out for a trade. But I guess we'll see what happens. So I'll catch you guys when we are with the funded accounts. Okay guys, so we're potentially looking for a sell here, coming in after the FOMC. This is the sort of level we're actually looking to sell from. We've only actually got the TFF link for the funded account, so we'd only be able to take it on 1 account anyway. And I don't usually target a 1-to-6, but that's where I potentially see it going. You know, we've got this imbalance, you could call it like a fair value gap, whatever, depends how you trade. This is kind of the area where I'd want to see price to come down to, but this area here would be more likely to see price come down to, you know, within the next few candles for about a 1-to-3. So let's bear that in mind if we get into the trade, the 2 areas to target. So what I'd normally do is I'd put a level there and just set an alert. Obviously we want to see price come into this level here, so what we're going to do now is we're actually going to set a limit. So the limit will be at 802 with the stop loss at around 1.23905 with take profit at 1.23113. It's obviously the extended take profit, so if we hit that, then we make around 14,000, which is very, very nice. So normally we don't have the other account details, but I guess we can see what happens on this one at the moment. So if we put them side by side, you can kind of see what's happening on both. TFF usually has really good spreads, so it's not like we get just missed from the spread, which happens with a lot of prop firms. Okay, so we're in the trade now. It is a bit of a riskier one, but I'd rather take it on a funded account rather than my personal, you know, track record account. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to leave this trade running and probably see what happens, unless we hit stop loss here in the next candle when I'm actually here at the desk. Other than that, you know, I'm just gonna go about my day. It is 8 o'clock in the evening. Okay guys, so I was actually screen recording this trade. Pretty much, I'll go over what happened last night. So we were in a trade on GU, obviously in those short positions. We ended up losing like just over 2%, like 2.5%, but that's fine because of obviously the risk to reward we usually make. And as you see now, this trade alone, we're technically running 9% in profit, which is very, very nice. Exactly the same setup as yesterday. Obviously, like I said, Asian session could just consolidate it, which is pretty much what Asian session usually does. And then London, obviously when I trade GU mainly, we've got this nice drop and we're up $18,000. So you see the equity is at $12,000 in profit. Obviously the balance is lower because we haven't closed the trade yet, but this just shows the power of risk to reward. Yes, I lost 2.5% on our loser, but the winner's running 9%. And hopefully if it hits take profit, then it'll technically be a 1 to 15 risk to reward on this setup, because we'll be making 30,000, which on a 200k account is actually 15%. We have actually just got the details for the funded account for the 300k, so it's very, very unlucky timing for this one, but it is what it is. Now any future trades we can trade in a 300k one as well. On this trade right now, if we were entering it on both accounts for the 200k and the 300k, we'd be looking at around 75k if this trade actually hits TP. So it would have been a crazy trade. Obviously, let's say if price comes down, hits take profit, and it's open on both accounts, it would be looking at $75,000 profit on one trade, which is annoying. But let's say this still hits take profit, which I do think it potentially will. If I just get up on the charts now, you guys can see here, this was the trade from this morning. And remember that level I said yesterday? That's where we're currently at and what we're currently breaking through. 40 seconds left on the 15-minute candle, so we'll see if we can hold in this level. See 19k now. And if we do close below this level, I do believe, obviously we can get like a pullback, but then to drop further. But I still do believe this imbalance, if we just get the tool up, let's say down to this level, will actually get hit. So we'll put a little alert on there when it's near the level there. So we are actually looking for this trade to get hit on the TP to make a nice 30,000, which means overall the account will probably be up around $24,000, which then means we'll completely stop trading. It will be up 12%, we'll be up $24,000 hopefully. Like I said, we got the close below now. We could see a pullback up, or we could see prices immediately fill down to the imbalance. Either way, I'm pretty confident in this trade, so we're just gonna see what happens. Right now I'm gonna go to the gym. I usually train jiu-jitsu in the evenings, some morning sessions. Today we're gonna go for a nice gym session, maybe hop on a treadmill. I guess we'll see what happens, but yeah, I'll catch you guys in a bit when we've got some more updates on this trade. Okay guys, so here is the trade. We're currently running around $25,000, and as you see, we are recording up there on the MT4 on the screen as well. And as you see, the trading view is falling very nicely, around $26,000. You guys see that lovely drop, and then the funded account. And we also have the funded account for the 300k with the, it actually says it's a live account, but I'm pretty sure it's still a demo, even though it's funded account. Pretty sure that's what they all do. But if we switch back over now to the funded, you see 27,000. Hopefully we can now hit the take profit. Would be very, very nice. As you can probably tell, I don't have the microphone plugged in and I have actually just come out of the shower, but I just thought I'd update you guys with the trade. Currently running around $28,000. Very, very nice. Hopefully we can get the take profit actually hitting on camera. That would just be sublime. So hopefully we can see that happen now. But the plans for today, I'm actually hopefully improving my setup. I might change around screens and stuff. So hopefully we can do that and maybe put some stuff up in the background to make the background of the normal videos look quite cool. So we're actually about to hit the take profit. As you can see, 29,000. Can we hit the take profit on camera? That is the question. Obviously it would be great if we could hit it on camera. That is the plan. 27,000. Are we gonna hit TP? Let me just stay here until we do hit TP. It could be a while, but let's just hope we can hit the take profit now for you guys to see. This will actually be my biggest trade as well. My biggest trade on a funded account and my biggest trade on a personal account, totaling around $30,000. But like I said, we could have made 75,000 on this trade if we just got the details a couple hours earlier on the 300k account. We'd be up 75,000 right now. but unfortunately that is not the case. But instead we're making 30,000. Obviously still very, very good, still a lot of profit, but it's, you know, it's what could have been. We could have been an extra 45k richer, which is annoying, but obviously you can't be annoyed at making this much profit. You know, this is like an average yearly salary, so I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but still could always have more. We're getting there now. 3 pips away from the target. Here we go, we just touched 30k. Are we gonna hit the take profit? There we go. Take profit hit. If we just quickly go on the trading view, as you see, take profit hit. If we go back on the MT4, $30,000 for the day. Very, very nice. The best trade I've ever had. Okay guys, so you've just seen we hit the take profit. Very, very nice. If I just get the phone, I'll just show you quickly. The account balance is at $224,000, pretty much $225,000. So obviously, even though we made the 30k this morning, we did take that small loss of like 2.5% yesterday. So, you know, it is what it is. We made profit. The losses, it just shows that risk reward matters. If you don't have a good risk reward, you're simply not going to make a lot of money trading. It's as simple as that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take you through pretty much the analytics, the trade and everything like that. So as you see here, we do actually have the trading view. So remember I said yesterday, we were initially trying to sell from around this area. I just make this white so you guys can see it. We were initially trying to sell from this area. Not really sure why I was doing it, to be honest. I got the account details, I just wanted to trade. And a lot of the times with FOMC and a lot of these news events, you'll see this massive imbalance candle and then price just comes down to fill it. And obviously that was why I was targeting this specific area. Remember, my take profit was at 109. If we go on the account here, you guys can see my take profit, it closed a little bit above, but the take profit was actually set to 109. Remember, I also said the first target was this level here, in line with this level. Like I said, when you have these sort of levels and you know kind of what's going to happen, you can kind of scale in. I didn't really want to scale into this trade. I was already risking 2%, you know, like I usually do on these funded accounts. And then when price broke, if price is going to pull back, it's either going to pull back to this area, which is obviously the previous area which it actually broke out from. So obviously we had this area, it's kind of like the high, then we broke out from this high. So that's kind of where we'd retest if we broke down below. So a little bit of secret sauce for you guys there. You could just trade it as like support and resistance. You know, a lot of people hate on support and resistance, but it clearly works. You know, I used to trade it for like, I don't know, like a year and a half, just solely support and resistance. And I was making like, I was probably making more profit than I am now. But I just don't really like that sort of trading style. I kind of like my style better, where I can just be like in and out of the markets a lot quicker than support and resistance. That just works better for me. But even the trades I'm in now, you can get re-entries and scale-ins just by using nice break and retest of certain levels. Price actually broke down this morning during London session. Like I said, I only started looking at the charts to actually trade at 8 a.m. We got tagged in this trade at 8 a.m, which is very, very nice. When we broke down, we came down, retested it into this level here, and then we just fell to the take profit. However, a lot of the times and a lot of traders that I actually see, if we just go on the replay, when price is here, a lot of traders would end up closing here. So they see prices near their take profit. They've seen, I think we were up like $29,000 at this point. We were up 29k. They've never seen 29k before in their life. You know, I've never had 29,000 profit in my life. But I know that my take profit's there for a reason. Why did I set my take profit there? Because that's where I see price going. And that's where, you know, on my analysis, price should go to. I back tested it. I've tested it live as well. It's worked all the time. So why would I close early when we have a little rejection? And obviously people see it and are just like, oh, but now if it goes up, I've then lost all this profit. You know, 12 pips is quite a lot. For me, that was around $24,000. So we'd lost at that point $5,000 in profit. And a lot of traders would simply just close at this point. And obviously that is why a lot of traders overall, their risk to reward is kind of messed up. With this trade, it wouldn't really matter as much because we're still up around like 11-12% at this point here. But, you know, it can still matter a lot in the long run. If you're closing 4 or 5k early each time, you know, over like 10 trades, you're losing like 40, 50k. I know it sounds a bit of an exaggeration, but it is true, especially in this case and this trade. So what I did was I simply just held the trade. I know what's going to happen. My take profit's there for a reason, so I simply just held the trade, and then boom, the next candle hits the take profit, and as you see now, where did we perfectly bounce off? We hit the take profit pretty much to the pip. You saw it from yesterday. That was the take profit. I mean, it's very, very accurate. And then we've obviously bounced off now, and again we're probably like 10 pips away from where the take profit was. If we go on to the true Forex ones now, you can see the losses we actually took yesterday. You know, it's not too bad. Obviously, I don't know if that was just like slippage or something, but we took a loss on that one. But then the winners should always be a lot bigger than the losses. People talk about risk reward, but then they have terrible risk reward. They look on their account and they're like, why is the average win the same size as the average loss? Because your risk reward is terrible. But you see here, the average win is 15k. The average loss is 1.9k. Although the win rate's only 40%, you know, it doesn't really matter, because if let's say we maintain this 40% win rate on this account with an average win of 15k and an average loss of, let's say, 2k, which is 1%, the average win is 7.5%, the average loss is 1%. So we've averaged, obviously it's not a big sample size, so you can't really say, oh, this is my win rate and this is my risk reward over time, because not every trade is going to be this big. But you guys can clearly see that it's very, very good. Like, I know we lost a few trades, that's fine, but it doesn't really matter because the risk reward is there. Obviously, don't go and risk 5% per trade, and then if you win, you make 50%, because that's just plain stupid, especially on a prop firm. But yeah, you guys can see the results, 5k and then 30k. As you see, the account is here too. Expected profit split on February the 15th. That is just going to be beautiful. And obviously that's 14 days after I took the first trade, which was on the 1st of February. So this account, I'm not going to trade now. So in the next episode of this kind of like funded series trading the 500k account, I was going to try and trade a 500k account, but they took ages to send me the details. If you see here, we actually got the login at 9:14 a.m. and I entered the trade at 8 a.m. So we're an hour late, so we missed out on 45k profit from that 1 hour delay, which is fine. You know, a lot of people in the comments be like, oh, you're complaining about losing 45k. I'm not. I'm very, very happy with 30k. You know, it's the biggest trade I've ever had, but it could have been 45k more, but that's fine. So we've got the 300k details now, as I showed you guys earlier. But I am skiing next week and it is NFP tomorrow, so I probably won't be trading. Obviously, if I do find a setup, let's say I'm at lunch or something and I'm on my phone and I see a nice setup on GU, although I don't really trade New York sessions, so I probably just won't trade all of next week. But if I do, I'll definitely upload another video going through the live trading if I can. If not, I will post on my Instagram story. So go check out my Instagram and do not follow a fake account because there are a lot out there now. So be careful. So if you guys did enjoy it, then be sure to like and subscribe. And in the next video, I'll actually show you the payout as well, because a lot of people say it's fake. So I'll show you the payout in the next video or on my Instagram page. So be sure to check those out too. So I'll catch you guys in the next video.